So we have a lot of stuff that's making us upset these days on social media. I mean, we're not even going to get into the Roe versus Wade situation, but there's something else that's making me really upset as well. And that is that there are all these influencers and even career coaches actually on the socials telling people that don't worry about finding your job that you like. All you need to do is find a job that supports your life. What matters is your life. Your job doesn't. Your job is just there to support your life, and stop worrying about finding that dream job situation. And I mean, I can understand why they're saying that, because up until now, people haven't been prioritizing their personal lives enough. And so, yes, it's good to start prioritizing your life, because what's the point of being here if you're not prioritizing your life and you're not meeting the goals you have for yourself? Yes. However, this is really dangerous advice, because you know what's happening is people are going, okay, so I just need to find a job. A job is just a job. Work's not supposed to be fun. I just need to find something that's going to pay the bills. Obviously, they still want to earn lots of money because there's inflation and bills are expensive, and everyone wants a job that supports their life, which of course they want that to be a rich life and to be able to afford all the things. And so they're expecting this really great paycheck, but without actually figuring out what their high value skill set is. Like, they still don't know what they enjoy. They still don't know what they're really great at, what service they're going to provide to society. They're just looking for a job that's going to pay them really well and, for the least amount of effort possible, so they can leave at 5 p.m. and go enjoy their life. But so, on the surface, this advice sounds really realistic. Like, oh, work's not supposed to be fun, so get on with it, just support your life. But actually, it's the most unrealistic advice there is, because now you have these people who are out there going, I don't need to enjoy my job, I just need to find something. So they're scrolling the job boards, they're applying, but they really have nothing to offer. And it's so competitive out there that what's happening is they're having a really, really hard time beating out the competition, because while the competition has a high value skill set and actually knows what they want, knows their direction, and says, I love this specific area, I love this specific job, this is my mission, here's what I'm gonna do. They're like, well, I need a job to pay my bills, so give it to me. They're not gonna win that game. Also, even once you have the job, if you're not passionate about it, it's just paying your bills, you're the first to get laid off. I've seen this so many times where you think you're in this job that is boring, that you don't like that much, but at least it's safe. No job is safe. And we're seeing it now even with these cushy tech jobs. Thousands of people are being laid off. We see it even in the UN and in the government as well. I mean, there's no job that's 100% safe, and it's always safe until it isn't. So the best safety net you can have is to really define, what is my area of genius? What are the things that I love to do? What are those areas that grow me, that I love to explore, and where I can provide value, and to have a great network so that if ever you do lose your job, you have other people ready to hire you. But this whole mentality of work's not supposed to be fun, you're not going to love your job, so just get whatever that's going to support your life. You're not going to be competitive enough to survive in the new economy. So this is the kind of advice that sounds good on the surface, but when you really look at what's happening in practice, it's actually terrible advice. The best thing you can do for yourself, the best way you can create that safety net for yourself, the best way that you can secure those high-paid jobs, is actually to enjoy what you're doing. I know it's counterintuitive, but if you think about it, it makes sense. When you enjoy something, you put effort into it. You put effort without even trying. It's like you just start researching something because you're interested in it. Before you know it, you have new ideas. You generate ideas for your employer. You say, hey, how about we do this? How about we do that? And you're just into it. You're good at it because you're putting the time in. You're putting the focus. You're putting that energy. You're putting you into your job. And when you don't have that and you're just doing your time to go home at the end of the day, you do end up on those lower paid jobs, usually with less benefits, less flexibility. You don't get work that's high paid, and you don't get work that you love. So I hope that you enjoyed this little PSA today, and let me know what you think about what's going on social media, because there are all these like really short clips that people are posting with terrible advice, and people are like, yeah, I agree, set that boundary, tell your boss that they're not the boss, you're the boss, and just a lot of really silly things like that don't work in practice. Okay, see you next time. Rant over.